Hello students. The purpose of this video is to introduce you to basic MLA formatting using Microsoft Word 2016. If you have a different version of Word or you're a Mac user, I would highly recommend looking into YouTube in order to try to find video tutorials about how to complete this MLA formatting using the software of your choice. With that being said, let's get started. Here I have a blank Microsoft Word document. The first component of MLA formatting is that I will need to set my margins to 1 inch all the way around my paper. To do this, I'm going to go to the Layout tab, go to the left-hand side where I find the icon for margins. Here I can select 1 inch margins all the way around my paper. Sometimes this is the default, sometimes it's not. It just depends on what your settings are, but it's always good to check no matter what. From here, I'm going to go back to the Home tab. Before I can begin writing my paper, I will need to implement some more technical requirements. The first being my font. MLA requires that you just have a readable font style. It does not have to be anything specific. I would highly recommend using Arial or Times New Roman. I go up here and select Arial, which happens to be my personal favorite. The next thing that I need to change is the font size, which is specific for MLA. MLA requires that you utilize 12-point font size, which I'm going to go ahead and click here. Now, I'm still not ready to begin my writing. MLA requires that the entire paper be double spaced. So in order to change this, I'm going to go to the paragraph box and look for the icon where I see the double arrows. Click it and then select 2 for double spacing. Okay, now I'm finally ready to begin writing my heading, which consists of 4 different components, all flushed to the top left-hand side. The first is my first and last name, in which case I'll just use Susie Sample just to be fun. After that, I'm going to press enter and write my instructor's name, in which case is Ms. Cunningham. After this, I write my course name and my section number, depending on what it is and when you're watching this video. The last component of my heading is the date, which is going to look a little bit different than you're probably used to seeing. Let's say that it's October 17th of 2020. Most of us would think this would suffice, but it's not the case in MLA formatting. Instead, we are going to start with the day, followed by the month, followed by the year. So numerically, it goes from smallest to largest, which actually makes more sense. I will write the day, the 17th, followed by the month, full out, and then the year. After this, I press enter, and I'm now officially ready to begin writing my actual essay. First, I will have to insert my title. In order to do this and format it correctly, I need to go to the paragraph box once again and select center. This is where I write the title of my essay. From here, I press enter. I go back to the paragraph box, flush my writing to the left, press the tab button in order to start a new paragraph. And from here, I can begin writing my essay and continue on. But I'm not quite done yet with MLA formatting. I need my last name and the page number in the right-hand corner of every single page. You can do this by using the header function. To access the header function, go to the top of your page and double click. Here you'll see a little icon that says header. Okay, I'm in the right place. The first thing that I want to do is insert my page numbers, which can be found in the header footer section at the top left of Microsoft Word. So I click here. I want my page numbers to be at the top of all of my pages on the very right-hand side, which case is the third option here. After this, my cursor is already in the right place, and I'm going to write my last name, which case is Susie Sample, so Sample. Press the space bar, and voila, I have my last name and my page number just where they're supposed to be per MLA guidelines. However, as you can see, this is not the correct font. It doesn't match the rest of my paper. I need to change that. So what I'm going to do is navigate back to the Home tab, select all of my writing up here, and then change it to Arial 12. So that way it matches the rest of my paper. I can get out of the header function by double clicking anywhere outside of it. And as I'm writing my essay, if I continue and go to the next page, my last name and the page number appear right where they're supposed to be. I hope this helps you a little bit more with MLA formatting. If you still have any questions, please feel free to consult your textbook. You can visit the Purdue OWL, or feel free to shoot me an email. All right, that's all for now. Thanks for visiting.